to be brought down at all. Now, what it's going to take you to where you want to go, just take some questions.
Yeah.
It's a big step up. Easiest way in, get up there as far as you can.
Yeah.
Well, stay there a second, I'll move out the way then before you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Then you can hang on to that, swing your right leg in, and then
Just onto the seat and down. Yeah, lovely. Try that.
hold on there, not on the canopy. That's a bit fragile, but that's
Okay. Don't know, some of the dials, it's interesting to know what's...
Do you want me to run through those?
Yeah, yeah.
Easier. Right. So your basic six is your flying panel, blind flying panel. So airspeed, artificial horizon, rate of climb or descent, so up to 2000 is climbing 2000 feet per minute, down is descending. Turn and slip angles.
Yeah.
Direction, so it's a compass in digital form, so
yeah.
north is north, 180 would be south, etc.
Yeah.
Your main compass is actually down behind this control column there. Sorry, under the dash.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And then you've got your altitude there with the long hand whizzing round in hundreds and the short hand in thousands.
Okay.
Up on the left there, that's the flap lever, up and down, just two position flaps, air operated. Below that, your oxygen regulator for your face mask, which would be supplying with oxygen as well as your radio in there. Below that, there's the undercarriage status, so red is up. There should be a green lens in the bottom, it's been pushed in actually by somebody.
Oh, okay.
And green would be down.
Right.
Your undercarriage selector is on the right hand side over there.
Okay.
It's in the down position at the moment because you landed, but once you take off, you move that lever forward and up to raise the chassis.
Okay.
Back on this side, air pressure for the brakes. Brakes, flap and gunfire are all operated by compressed air on this aircraft. Okay. So the top needle is your main air pressure and the bottom two are your brakes, left and right. On the ground, you'd be steering with your feet by braking alternately on the right or left wheel, or both pedals together to bring both wheels in together. You can see there's not much view over the front.
No.
So you'd be taxiing by looking through the side windows or out to the side of the
they'd lean out backwards
then
and forwards.
Zigzagging.
Yeah.
So down there we have the throttle control. To the left, the grey lever, that's mixture control. Fully forward is fully rich.
Yep.
Fully back is the cut-off. And on the right hand side we've got the propeller pitch control. Fully back is automatic, it sorts itself out. Fully forward is fine pitch, which you'd use it for starting.
Yeah.
And in flight, if you really wanted to speed the engine up, get into a better power development of the engine, you could manually override it.
Yeah.
However, that has a big penalty on fuel consumption, and you would normally keep it in automatic for the most economical
Okay.
cruising.
Yeah.
You've got 85 gallons of fuel in front of you, in 2 tanks, in front of the dashboard between you and the engine. Top tank feeds the bottom tank, and then the bottom tank is the one with the fuel gauge on it. So you'd see nothing on the fuel gauges until you start dropping in the lower tank.
Right.
Cruising 40 gallons an hour maybe. Combat conditions 140 gallons an hour. So 85 gallons doesn't last very long if you're giving it full boost, full throttle.
No, that's what I said. Don't go chasing them back across the channel because you might not get back.
I mean, by the time this was in service, or these marks were in service, your
Britain's
fighting
gone,
was
isn't
the
it?
other side of the channel.
Yeah.
And you had the same problem as the Luftwaffe ME-109 pilots had during the Battle of Britain, is gauging enough fuel to get back.
Okay. Yeah.
So you'd be keeping an eye on the fuel gauges. And I mean, the engine is on your right hand side there, so RPM at the top, supercharger boost pressure and supercharger controls below, and then the bottom line is coolant temperature, radiator temperature, oil temperature, and the yellow one is your oil pressure on the left there.
Okay.
Below that you got the fuel gauges.
Yep.
2 gauges on this one because actually the rear tank is gauged, but as I say, it was never used.
Never used. No.
I mentioned earlier that the original clocks have been taken out because of the radioactivity problem, so there are photo reproductions on some of these clocks just to show you exactly what they would have looked like.
So you'd flip your old magnetos on. Where
So
would
if
be
you
your
wanna
engine start
Run
button?
through the start. You start off with about 1 inch of throttle.
Yep.
Mixture fully rich. Propeller pitch fully fine. Takes a load off the engines.
Yep.
On the right down there is a brass primer pump, so you can unscrew that, pull it out, and stroke 3 or 4 times to prime the engine.
Yep.
Your ignition switches, as you say, are right over there. If you want to
magnetos,
flip those 2 up to on. And then in the dashboard, you've got 2 flip-up covers there.
Okay.
You lift those up.
They do.
That's it. Right hand one's the starter button, left hand one's the booster coil. So you press both of those at the same time.
Yep.
Hold them in, and with any luck,
Bingo.
you should be getting. Well, you should be getting something, but I think somebody's disconnected my battery. Oh dear. Sorry. Yeah, looks like we've lost it.
Well, you haven't put your magnetos on, so is that?
Nah, it's all wired through there. Oh, hang on.
Crosswinds, yeah.
We'll have that off for a second.
Interesting.
So, trim wheels there, elevator trim on that side, so that when you're going along you keep virtually fly hands off. But
Yep.
as the centre of gravity is moving, as fuel is used up or ammunition's used up, you may retrim it, ease the fly in. You've also got a rudder bias control there.
Yep.
For left and right on the rudder. Now when you're taking off, certainly on full power, this will be crabbing to your left, so you dial in some right hand rudder there
Okay.
to straighten it up.
Yep.
And when flying straight and level, it would also have a little bit of right-hand rudder on there to save the wear and tear, if you like, on your right leg.
Yeah.
From stopping it turning to the left.
To the left, yeah.
Apparently the ME109 didn't have a rudder trimmer, and it was quite unpleasant to fly because you were constantly having to put right-hand rudder on to stop it.
To stop it pulling to the
wandering
left.
off to the left.
Yeah.
Gun sight in front of you. I don't know, is that actually switched on? Yeah, it is. I don't know if you can see, there should be a circle and a
Yeah, I can see the
cross,
circle, yeah.
So the cross would be the centre of your gun sight. The circle was adjustable. So the idea being that it gives you an idea of range. If the wingtips of your target are touching both sides of the circle, you're in the most lethal range of your guns.
Okay.
If it didn't come to the circle, then you were probably slightly out of range. And if it crossed, obviously you were well inside. It was adjustable, but you wouldn't be fiddling around during combat conditions. You'd set it up for something you knew, like a 109, and then make your judgment from there. But it's an early head-up display, so it gives you the benefit of being able to see and focus on the sight and whatever's in the distance and what you're aiming at the same time.
Yeah.
Rather than the shift your focus from a back sight to a front sight and then to the target.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
I don't know what else.
What else have we got?
We've got certain.
Couple of little things here.
Yeah.
What are these that you-
There's the two buttons at the bottom there are test buttons for the radiator shutter position and the supercharger gear selector. So you'd press those, they were test buttons. Lights would come up on the dash to tell
I
you
see,
they were
yeah.
engaging properly.
Okay.
There's also the electric lift pumps for the fuel pump to prime it. They were switched on from down there as well, I think. Pitot heaters, the
Pitot tubes, yeah.
pitot tubes, all the instruments are driven by air.
Yeah.
Those were prone to freezing at high altitude and going through cloud. So the heater's there. And the other one I think is a camera. There's a camera gun on the starboard wing on this one.
Okay.
And there's a heater there to clear the lens of that, I believe.
Right.
Various other ones around, which I'm afraid I can't remember myself now.
That's all
Your
right.
radio controls are there, 6 different channels, so you could have air to air, air to ground, and possibly an emergency channel. So you just press
Yeah.
press
whatever
each
one.
button for each channel.
Yeah.
I think we covered all the
Covered all the dials,
down,
yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
On that side, the windy handle there is the canopy, just by your right wrist.
Okay. Yeah.
Strapped up, but it's just like a car door
Yeah.
window winder to wind the canopy shut. This one's got the bubble canopy and the cut down the fuselage.
Okay.
If you look at the one on your right, the earlier Mark V, it's got a shorter canopy and a high back fuselage.
Yeah.
But they discovered quite quickly that in fighter-to-fighter combat, you need to see behind you as much as in front of you. So that was an improvement made. Probably the only major improvement